Good evening and welcome to the Belanger Gym inside Nashua South High School in Nashua. I'm Pete Terrier with tonight's 900 Degrees Pizzeria Game of the Week, and it's a good one. Two undefeated teams in Division I. You got Trinity, the Pioneers, come in 3-0, going up against the home team, the Nashua South Panthers, 4-0 and champions of their own holiday Christmas tournament, the Chick-fil-A tournament. Battle of outstanding big men, Jack Preston for Nashua South, Mabor Gabriel for Trinity. It's going to be fun to watch those two guys and the backcourts. Patrick Keefe, Carmen Giampetruzzi, Ryan Otis, Brad Rhodes for Trinity going up against Tim Preston and Dan Auger for Nashua South. We'll have the full highlights of this one coming up. We'll get in at halftime, a little commentary at the break, and then of course our post-game coverage with interviews with the winning coaches and players of the game. It's going to be a fun one. Trinity, Nashua South, coming to you with the highlights now on nhsportspage.com. Starts to go. Kicks it on the right corner. Dunham fires a three off the rim. No good, but the rebound to Preston. Hook shot goes up, and it finds its way down for two. Distinct height advantage against Ozier. There's Giampetruzzi, right wing. Nice pass to Keefe in the lane. Drives towards the basket, lays it up and in, then goes in deep to Ozier. Into the backcourt. Ozier drives the lane, kicks it to Dunham, fires the right corner three, and he knocks down his second of the game. Otis left wing. Otis back to Rhodes. Rhodes into the lane, goes up, got it swatted away by Trevor Knight. Rebound for Trinity. Cullity up to Otis. Otis back to Cullity, fires the right wing three, and he knocks it home. Here's Preston working against Masuku. Throws it right wing. Dunham fires another three, and he knocks down his third three of the first. Preston working against Otis. Preston might want to keep it himself here. Preston into the lane. One-handed floater, and he drops it in with 3 seconds left to go. The 6'5" sophomore and the younger brother of Mabor Gabriel. Here's Cullity, fires a three, left wing, and he nails another one. Cullity inside to Giampetruzzi, low block. Back out to Cullity, fires the three, and he hits another one. His third of the game, and Trinity up. Goes to Rhodes, now to Cullity. Cullity takes another three, looking for his fourth, and he nails his fourth. Brings it middle of the floor, now has it left side. Tim Preston throws a nice pass to his brother Jack, and he slams it down with one hand. Give and go, they've practiced. To Ozier. Ozier, middle of the floor, Trevor Knight. Knight drives all the way to the hole, puts it up and in with the right hand. Nice take by Trevor Knight. With the ball left side, brings it middle of the floor, into the lane. Scoops it up, no, Giampetruzzi, the offensive rebound, got blocked by Trevor Knight. Knight tracks halftime of our 900 Degrees Pizzeria Game of the Week. Nashua South leading Trinity 30-28 at the break. I'm Pete Terrier. Entertaining first half, actually first quarter dominated by Nashua South. They were up 17-11 after one. Trinity made a run, actually took the lead a couple of times in the second quarter, and then it was back and forth until Trevor Knight really took over. You saw the highlights at the end of the first half. Doing it offensively for Trinity, John Cullity, 4 first half three-pointers, 3 of them in the second quarter, really led the way to have Trinity take the lead. And for Nashua South, Tim Preston, he does it all for this team. 8 points in the game. And then his brother Jack with 6 points. But he's got 3 personal fouls in the first half, so they're going to have to watch out for foul trouble with him in the second half. And Dave Dunham really got him started in the first period with 3 three-pointers for his 9 points in the game. We'll get to the second half highlights coming up, and then the post-game interviews with the players and coaches on nhsportspage.com. So Dunham's first, as Keefe will get it inbounds to Giampetruzzi, takes the three, and he nails it. Right wing, in the paint to Knight. Knight kicks it out. Dunham for three, left side, good. Dave Dunham can shoot the ball for a big man. Baseline to Gabriel. Gabriel faking, working on Dunham. Gets it away to Rhodes. Rhodes in the lane. Nice bounce pass to Gabriel for 2 and the foul. Petruzzi comes away with it for Trinity. Here comes Carmen. Nice pass down low to Gabriel. Gabriel fakes, puts it up and in. As Mabor. Keefe in the left corner. Keefe takes it in the lane. Sweet pass down low to Giampetruzzi. Left-handed finish. A nice pass by Head got blocked, and South came away with it. Here comes Tim Preston to his brother Jack. Missed the two-handed slam and came down hard, but South got the other. Trevor Knight's got some kind of injury on the bench. Here's Dunham for three, left side. and Dunham hits another one. That's his 5th three-pointer of the game. Over to Tim Preston, right wing, back to Ozier, middle of the floor. Inside to Preston, strong take, the foul and the bucket. Jack Preston going to the line for a three-point play to tie the game. Keefe works it to Giampetruzzi, right wing, now into the lane. Spins around, left-handed scoop is good by Carmen. And an offensive rebound by Cam Joyle of Nashua South. Tim Preston in the lane, pull-up jumper over Keefe, cuts the lead in half, 54-52. Final 35 seconds, and an offensive foul against Ryan Otis. Great defense. All right, here we go, final 30 seconds. Preston with the ball. Goes into the lane, pulls up jumper in the tie, and he nails it. He knocks it down with 22 seconds. Here comes Tim Preston behind his back with the dribble, trying to get away from Brad Rose. Crossover dribble into the lane, straight to the hole, swatted by Gabriel. Gabriel comes down. Gabriel spins, hook shot, no. Got his own rebound, tips it to Giampetruzzi, goes up strong, fall away, shot is good, and it's Trinity on top, 56-50. Final score is 63-58. Trinity wins it in overtime. They improve to 4-0. South, with the loss, drops to 4-1. 63-58, Trinity stays unbeaten, wins a tough one at Nashua South in overtime tonight. I got Mabor, Gabriel, Carmen Giampetruzzi, and the sharpshooter John Cullity with me. We'll start with you, Mabor. Quiet first half for you, only 2 points, foul trouble. But you really seemed to come alive in that third quarter, and you ended up finishing with 16 on the game, 14 of them in the second half. So was that something that you were just thinking about in the halftime? You're going to come out and be more aggressive in the second half?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that we had to win the game, you know, because the game was on the line, so that's all that matters is W. So I just went hard.
How about that matchup against Jack Preston? A lot of people talking about you guys as the 2 premier big men in the league, and I thought it was a good matchup between you. Is that extra motivation going against a guy like him?
Yeah, it's some motivation, but I just think it was another player, you know, so, like, I had to go hard at everybody, so it was a good matchup. He's a good player.
All right, let's go to you, Carmen. You seem to be more aggressive offensively tonight. I felt that, you know, watching you guys early this year, actually I only saw you in the Queen City tournament. I didn't see any of the other games, which you guys all won by blowout. So is that something that you wanted to do personally and try and, you know, take control more and help some of the you got new guards with Otis and Rhodes, and, you know, I just felt that you needed to be more assertive offensively, and I think you certainly did it. You finished with 18 in the game, and you also had a big second half with 12 of those 18.
Yeah, definitely. I was trying to be more aggressive in the games in the Crystal tournament. I wasn't as aggressive, and the results weren't that well. And if I go to the hoop, good things can happen. You know, John Cullity can pop out for threes, and I can kick it to Mabor. So me being aggressive will help the team.
Well, speaking of Cullity and the threes, I mean, in that first half, you hit one immediately when they put you in there, and then you had 3 big ones in the second quarter. You guys were down 6 points going into that second quarter, and you draining those threes really got you guys back in the game, and I think kind of woke you guys up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we just got to keep on working as a team, and I'll do whatever I can to contribute. I mean, I was pumped that I made those threes, but it's a whole team effort, and it's because they got me the ball that I was able to get those wide open shots.
All right, you win this battle of the unbeatens tonight. I'm not sure what Spalding did tonight. I assume they're going to be unbeaten going into Friday night at your place at the cozy confines of McHugh Gym. Your thoughts on Spalding on Friday, Carmen?
We've heard only good things about them. You know, they're a real tough team, so we had a couple days to prepare for them, and we got to come out strong right away to beat them.
And Mabor, one for you. I mean, big man battle with Preston tonight. How about Dominic Parody on Friday night?
It should be good. He's a good player too, so.
All right, guys. Thanks so much, Mabor, Gabriel, Carmen Giampetruzzi, and John Cullity. Trinity wins it in overtime, 63-58 on nhsportspage.com. All right, here with Dave Keefe, Trinity coach, as his team improves to 4-0 on the season. Nice to get a little test. You had 3 blowout wins in the regular season, and then a close one that goes to overtime. And you guys showed your mettle tonight for sure.
We knew it was going to be quite a week. We have 4-0 South, and we're lucky to get out of here with an overtime win, and probably 5-0 Spalding coming to town Friday night. So it's nice to start off with an overtime win down here at Nashua South against Nate Mazzerole and his very well coached, disciplined team. And boy, they're going to be a good team. That kid Dunham can stroke him with the best of them. I think being Unbeaten Preston is one of the top point guards in Division I basketball. They're going to be a tough team down the stretch. And both of us are only going to get better. We're the type of coaches where we know, it was nice to win today, but we got a lot of work to do if we're going to be able to compete and make another run at this thing in March.
I talked to Carmen and Mabor and John Cullity, and Cullity obviously big in that second quarter. I thought his threes that he hit, and he hit 3 of them and had 4 in the first half, thought that really got you guys back in the game and showed you that you could play with those guys. Sure.
I mean, at that point, that game was slipping away. And John Cullity, like I said earlier, was a junior playing JVs last year. He's one of those kids that just continued to work, shoot 200-300 jump shots every day in the summer. He went to NLP to get stronger. And, without those 4 threes in the first half, I mean, we could have lost this thing by 10, 12, 15 points. So it was, I'm elated for that senior. I mean, have a night like that and on a big stage like this, I couldn't be happier for him and our team winning on the road.
And I thought the aggressiveness of your 2 big guys, Giampetruzzi and Mabor Gabriel, especially in that second half, was a big factor as well, because it seemed like Mabor especially, made his mind up that he was going to, take the challenge of Jack Preston, and he was going to go right at him and try and score down low.
Yeah, that's one of our weaknesses we need to work on is rebounding. Like I tell him, Silver and Andrew Lauderdale aren't walking through the door. We need to do a better job team rebounding, and we'll continue working on that in practice, because we did give them at least, I can think off the top of 8 to 10 times where they got second, third shots.
All right, it doesn't get any easier. They get Nashua South on the road tonight in overtime. Spalding coming to town on Friday night. We'll be back there with the coverage of that one as well on nhsportspage.com. All right, Pete Terrier here with Nate Mazzerole, head coach of the Nashua South Panthers. Battle of unbeatens tonight at Belanger Gym, and it lived up to the billing. I mean, it was guys lose in overtime, but I think you have to be at least satisfied that you were able to, play pretty well tonight, although you came out with a loss.
Certainly, it was that was a great atmosphere, 2 good fan bases, and 2 very good basketball teams who I imagine have a chance of seeing each other in March, or I'd certainly like to think so. Upset with the loss, of course, but a lot of things we did well that we can bank on, and certainly when we watch the film, plenty of things we can improve on too.
Well, one thing you know for sure is that your point guard, Tim Preston, and I don't think you can just pigeonhole him as a point guard, because you've got Dan Ozier, who does a nice job handling the ball. You had Cam Joyle out there, but you know that Tim Preston is a clutch shot guy. When you need a shot, you're down, and you need a big shot, he can take it and make it.
That's right. Maybe we'll just tell him not to shoot until the end of quarters or games. That might have to be our new philosophy. Yeah, Tim's just playing very, very well at this point, and it's nice to have a guy who has ice in his veins. So hopefully he'll have a chance to do that in Durham, or at least in another big game.
All right, Coach, thanks so much, and good luck Timberlane next week, or the next Friday.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
63-58, Trinity wins it in overtime at Nashua South. This game was tied at 54 going into the extra session, and Trinity took control in the extra 4 minutes. Really, South started off on fire in this game, and they were on top by 6 after 1. Trinity made a big run with some John Cullity threes. You saw them on the highlights to get back in the game. South was still up on halftime by 2, and then Trinity ends up having a big third quarter behind Mabor Gabriel and Carmen Giampetruzzi, and then South a big run to respond late in the fourth quarter. They were down 7 at one point, and Tim Preston sends them into overtime with a jump shot. Big defensive play, actually offensive charge that was taken by Dan Ozier on Ryan Otis that set the stage for the game-tying basket by Tim Preston. Just some numbers for you for Trinity. Giampetruzzi 18, he also had 10 rebounds. Mabor Gabriel with 16. Cullity also in double figures with 12. For Nashua South, Dave Dunham, 5 threes. He had 17 points in the game before he fouled out. Tim Preston with 15. Jack Preston, the big man of that brother combination, finished with 13. He fouled out as well. So Trinity unbeaten now, 4-0. A key win against Nashua South here. South drops down to 4-1 on the season. South is at Timberlane next. Trinity welcomes in a good Spalding team on Friday night, and we'll be there with the coverage on nhsportspage.com. I'm Pete Terrier, along with our videographer John Kesty. Enjoy your night, everybody.